Before the game here at the Joyce Center, Lauren Evo and Dara Mabry were honored in front of this passionate Irish crowd. Certainly not the senior day that Dara Mabry imagined, walking out on crutches, but still an emotional ceremony. And now we'll see how the teams fare. The only meeting of the regular season between Georgia Tech and Notre Dame. Jackets in gray, the Irish in white. Georgia Tech basketball as we get underway. Tremendous doubleheader we've got for you tonight. Cam Swartz puts the Jackets in front early.
And that's what Georgia Tech needs to do. Try and quiet this crowd down a bit. They are really amped up. It's senior day or senior night. And Notre Dame is playing, trying to get another home victory in front of this home crowd.
Inside to Ebo, and in and out goes her lefty hook, rebounded by Aisha Won-Adanaz. Georgia Tech has been pesky, especially over the last month. Fallon, you've seen them play a bunch. This is a team that has absolutely improved under the direction of Nell Fortner.
They have.
And it's a 4-0 lead.
Coach Fortner said, I mean, they really have nothing to lose. It's really, she's impressed to see her underclassmen like Blackshear, like Tony Morgan, and Kara Dunn, who've stepped up to see what the future may be for Georgia Tech.
Miles misses her first shot, but it's rebounded by her classmate Citron. Citron's entry pass knocked away and stolen by Swartz.
And that's great defensive intensity early. Tony Morgan, very quick guard, can get deflections, can get steals, and we just saw it on that last defensive possession for Georgia Tech.
Nice move on the dribble, beautifully done. We take a look at the Toyota starting lineup. Swartz, Morgan, Dunn, Adanaz, and Blackshear for Nell Fortner. In her fourth season, 71 and 45, double-digit ACC wins each of the past 3 years for Nell and Notre Dame. With Lauren Ebo in the starting five for just the second time this season for Niele Ivey. Ebo rebounds the Citron miss. She certainly got the size mismatch on Adanaz, but that doesn't matter. Pretty good defense, pretty good rebound. The shutout continues for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that was good defense by Won-Adanaz. Big task to go against Ebo, and then she scores a bucket.
8-0 Jackets. Timeout, Niele Ivey. Georgia Tech could not have scripted a better start. Just 2 minutes, 26 seconds in. An 8-0 lead. Nell Fortner and Niele Ivey have quite a history. Nell drafted Niele to the Indiana Fever in the WNBA after Niele won a national championship here at Notre Dame in 2001. Niele is sporting that championship ring tonight, and then she didn't have enough good things to say, or I said she couldn't say enough good things about her time under the tutelage of Nell Fortner in the WNBA.
Right, she was just so excited. I mean, Coach Fortner gave her her first opportunity in drafting her into the WNBA, and she said she had just had her son Jaden. So that was a huge transition, and she understood the work-life balance of being a professional athlete and a mother. And she always will appreciate that from Coach Fortner.
Quickly, the Irish go inside to Watson, and Kylie picks up where she left off the last few games. She's averaging 14 per game over her last 3.
And I know Notre Dame's happy to see a basket finally fall for them early in this game. Georgia Tech has been lights out. Not a good shot by Swartz on that last one.
Gust of wind just come through the building, because it was windy today here in South Bend. And no, she was just wide right. Missed that one by a good bit. Citron attacking down the alley and scores off the glass.
And that's what Sonia Citron can do, especially since Mabry went down. Her scoring has gone up, and she's been more aggressive on the offensive end for Notre Dame.
Entry feed deflected by Kassan Prosper. The Canadian freshman creates the steal. Miles back outside for Maddie Westbeld. Almost called her Pat Westbeld. There have been a lot of sister legacies here in South Bend.
Right.
In recent memory. And inside going glass, Westbeld. Prosper, a substitution at the timeout call, replacing Ebo. Pretty good defense inside on Blackshear.
Great
Somehow,
defense.
Kayla gets it back.
Yeah, Georgia Tech very fortunate, but great rotations. That was man-to-man defense that Notre Dame's playing, and Prosper did a great job rotating to get that block against Blackshear.
Tony Morgan with a clock winding down finds Adanaz. And rebounding foul on Georgia Tech. They got Blackshear over the back on Miles. Marshall's in the game for Notre Dame, replacing Watson. I beg your pardon, replacing Westbeld. Watson's still out there. Miles from the deep elbow knocks it in.
And that is her spot, her range. You don't want to leave her wide open, going coast to coast.
Heck of a drive and a finish for Morgan.
And I think Tony Morgan just showed how you should do it with that nice finish with the lefty freshman with the finish.
Right now, all 5 Georgia Tech starters have scored 2 points apiece. In and out for Citron. Irish 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Dunn in transition. Miles went straight up, defended it well.
She did. Great job by Olivia Miles to get back and alter that shot by Dunn.
Miles off balance, scores off the glass anyway. Tony Morgan, the freshman from Tallahassee, gaining confidence as the season's progressed. Rebound last touch by Notre Dame. It'll be Tech ball.
I mean, she's learning the point guard position as she goes, and that's a tough task as a freshman to lead a team as a point guard. But defensively, her steals, her rebounding ability, and she can score it. So I think Coach Fortner's so high on her. The sky is the limit. Very talented guard.
When you hit your first shot like Cam Swartz did, you usually feel like you're going to have a night.
Right. It was nothing but net on the first one.
She's now 1 for 5. Good position for Bransford, and another deuce. Notre Dame beat Pittsburgh by 40 on Sunday in Pittsburgh. After the Panthers played the Irish really close here at the Joyce Center not long before. Morgan's 3 in and out. Rebound pulled down by Kylie Watson. Miles thought about the 3, says I'll take the 2.
I mean, that just looked too easy. She walked into the lane with that.
Georgia Tech coming off a loss in Tallahassee. They lost by 14. It was a game, though, that Coach Fortner felt pretty good about. Thought the Seminoles just blasted them in Atlanta, and Georgia Tech really fought hard down at the Tucker Center on Sunday.
They did. And
oh, what a pass again by Miles.
I mean, his eyes on the side of her face, back of her head. I don't know how she saw KK Bransford, but she's close to averaging a triple-double.
Morgan kicks it. Dunn. Nice pass. Adanaz missed it.
And these are the droughts, like you said, against FSU. They played them well, Georgia Tech did, but went 6 minutes without a basket, and that's what Georgia Tech cannot do, especially against Notre Dame. They can't have these scoring droughts. They have to continue to be aggressive and find ways to score the basketball.
Game clock and shot clock just about in sync here. Miles, again, just toying with the defense, really. Missed the shot, the rebound for Watson, and she's fouled with 4.4 on the clock. Second foul on Blackshear as well. Only 2 fouls called on Tech in the quarter, but both on Blackshear. Played 38 minutes down in Tallahassee on Sunday. 1 of 2 for Watson. Jackets have 4 seconds. Kayla Dunn in no particular hurry, and that did not end well.
But just what she brings to her team, especially being an all-ACC candidate, definitely a first-teamer, if not player of the year, but she is the glue to this Notre Dame team. If they don't have her in this lineup, I don't know what this team looks like, because she brings so much to the table as a facilitator for the Irish.
Technically just a sophomore, but she is 1 point away from number 900 in her career. Sitting at 899 as the second quarter begins.
That's a lot of points.
Bianca Jackson scored quite a few points in her career, and a good tip back in by Georgia Tech on the glass.
Yeah, Kara Dunn with that one. We see the athleticism that freshman has, and she goes and skies for that and is able to get the putback while in the air.
Nell Fortner saying today that she really thinks this summer is going to be huge for Kara Dunn. Sonia Citron has made some strides since her freshman year as well, the sophomore from East Chester, New York, with her second basket.
She has. And she's a quiet player, unassuming, but she leaves her handprint on a game. When you look at the box score, you won't even know the points, rebounds, or steals that she's had, but she is impressive.
Carter missed the 3. Citron playing her 60th game as a member of the Fighting Irish here tonight. Pretty good look. Jenna Brown can't knock it in. Now, she made a three.
She did. At
Pittsburgh on Sunday. It was her first three in a college game in about 1,108 days as a friendly roll benefits Won Adanaz. Before Sunday, Jenna Brown had last made a three-pointer all the way back on February 7th, 2020 in a game between Stanford and UCLA.
Wow. And the transfer from Stanford, I mean, that's what Coach Ivey was really impressed with what she did. Big time play.
Watson and one.
Big finish from the corner.
It's not like she's missed a gazillion threes in the last 1,100 days. She hasn't gotten to play that much.
Right.
Bothered by multiple injuries that cost multiple seasons. It's amazing how since that timeout with 7:34 to go in the first quarter, just the Irish flipped the switch from an intensity perspective.
I mean, senior day is emotional when you see one of your teammates not even able to suit up on senior day.
Nice pass by Dunn, and Nerea Hermoso, the veteran post, scores inside.
Good play by Tech.
Westbell, tough catch, lefty finish, nope. Rebound finds her though. Back outside for Miles. And a shot clock situation. So they'll put it at 18, and we will play on after the subs. Ransford and Ebo are back for Notre Dame.
Yeah, early in this one, there's been a lot of chippies that Notre Dame has missed at the rim. Fortunately, they were able to get the offensive rebound back and reset their offense.
Ebo, pretty good position. Nothing Hermosa could do.
Nothing, it was just too deep. Once Ebo got that position in, she just needed the basketball and got it high off the glass.
6 different Yellow Jackets have scored already as well. Balanced distribution from a scoring standpoint for both sides. Pretty good trap in the corner.
And that can't happen, to get locked up in that corner. You never want to get locked in a corner.
Tech fortunate to have the ball, although they quickly throw it away, and then Citron gets hip checked. Officials Mark Resch and Tierra Cruz are conversing.
Yeah, got to get these people right on the shot clock. Make sure that everything's in line.
Now it's back to 28. Looked like they were going to inbound the ball and it hadn't reset yet. The fans were getting a little leery.
Right.
As fans can be. Citron for three.
Can't do that. You have to get out on Citron. She is very efficient from behind the arc as a scorer, shooting 50% from the field and 45 from behind the three-point line. Notre Dame back in this zone, trying to keep Georgia Tech out of the lane. Kira Dunn says no.
She missed a three a couple of possessions ago, but from 2-point range over the last couple weeks, she has been unbelievably efficient.
Very efficient, and it hasn't just been layups, it's been all over the court.
Right. Tough shot for Ebo, well defended by Hermosa. Here's Swartz the other way. Ahead to Dunn. Surprised she didn't go at Miles there, playing with the one foul.
Right.
The game changes significantly if Miles picks up her second midway through the second quarter. Instead, Kara Dunn says, I'll take a three.
Right.
And it's the first Georgia Tech triple of the night.
Let's just reset, slow it down a bit, and I'll get open in the corner for the three. Kara Dunn knocks it down.
In the lane, Ransford. There have been a couple instances in this quarter where it has felt like Notre Dame might extend the lead to double digits. Georgia Tech has hit enough shots and gotten enough offensive rebounds to prevent that from happening.
She is a leader, such a leader for this team, and I know Coach Ivey is so happy to still have her on the bench to be a part of this team and experience. I mean, she said when she brought the recruits in Miles and Citron here, Mabry was one of those recruits also in her first season that she got here from Virginia Tech. So a lot of emotion for this game, but Notre Dame, they're playing for their seniors tonight.
I can only imagine how stressful and hard it is to watch your teammates from the bench. The lollipop has to help soothe the emotions a little bit. Pretty good defensive possession, and a buzzer-beating three would not fall for Morgan. Notre Dame by 6, 3:45 remaining in this first half. If Notre Dame wins today and wins at the Yum Center on Sunday, the Irish would at the very least share the ACC regular season title with Duke. Miles missed the shot. Great hustle for the rebound. Marshall unable to secure it. Now, of course, I had to look up the name Fallon, and the Irish origin, Fallon means superior or descended from a ruler. So I am treading lightly sitting aside you tonight.
Yeah, my mother's story not so great. She used to watch the show Dynasty back in the day, and she pulled it from that show.
Well, you are a leader, and there's a good finish inside for Marshall.
Great putback by her on the offensive end. But we see this nice setup. Marshall able to give a nice head fake and go up straight up for the finish.
Nice move by Morgan.
And she makes it look easy. She knows she can dance with it a little bit too.
Citron too strong. Rebound pulled down by Bianca Jackson.
And Jackson can handle the point guard responsibilities as well. Gives Toni Morgan a break when she's in the lineup. But they're trying to set something up in their offensive set. Something off a screen on ball to the basket.
Swartz trying to rediscover the range. That'll work.
That was a tough shot.
Westfeld, high-low game with Ebo. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish.
And that was good job. Georgia Tech trying to get a hand on it and rebound. Prosper gets in it.
Last raised by Morgan. Ebo gets two with the left hand. Toni Morgan wanting a dance with Olivia Miles. Gets a little screen, flips it to the corner. Swartz fumbles it away, recovers, and doesn't get the shot off.
Good defense by Notre Dame to end the quarter.
Same starting five for Notre Dame in the second half, including Ebo, who made just her second start of the season tonight on senior night. And a quick chance for a three-point play.
But she was pretty quiet offensively, but gets going. Maybe Coach Ivey had a few words with her at halftime, but is aggressive going to the basket and gets the and one.
Unable to convert the free throw. Feel a little bad for Cameron Swartz. She got drilled by Ebo on the screen and then trying to recover. Just didn't really have a chance and was called for the foul with the body. Still a little dazed by running into Ebo on the screen. Quick answer though, Blackshear.
I like Blackshear's shot. She has that baseline mid-range.
Relatively quiet first half for Westbell, just 1 of 2 from the field. Nice move by Watson. Jackson keeps it moving. Morgan. Jackson to Swartz in the corner. Offensive rebound by Blackshear to create a fresh possession. Morgan, not much on that kick-out pass. Westbell the steal and the score. And even after that game, Niele Ivey did a great job, I thought, setting the tone. There was no despair in her voice at the post-game press conference following that loss to Duke. It was, this is part of the journey. We're going to learn from this. There were shots that we could have made.
She has the experience as a former player herself to understand that sometimes it's not about yelling and screaming, trying to tell your team what they didn't do.
Kylie Watson, 10 points, double figures for the 8th time this season, including 3 the last 4 games, and an important answer there. Defense that has dropped off for the Yellow Jackets. Last year they averaged fewer than 53 points a game. This year it's around 62 points a game, and therein lies the difference in the season. They have lost a little bit of that kind of trademark Georgia Tech flair under Nell Fortner, but of course they also lost Lorella Kubai and Lodomai Lotnin, and there's a correlation there.
Yeah, those were some big players for Georgia Tech a season ago, especially Lorella Kubai was so dominant, took a lot of the pressure off her Armosa defensively with her shot blocking capabilities. But Georgia Tech just needs time. They have a good young bunch.
Yeah, I mean, certainly with the emergence of Morgan and Dunn, what they've done down the stretch. Inez Norero remains out, but she's another talented young player.
She is.
Kayla Blackshear's growth as the season has progressed. Nice pass, Bransford the finish.
That was a nice pass. It's like Olivia Miles saw it as soon as she crossed half court, and KK Bransford knew where to go.
Miles picks the pocket of Morgan, and that's a little welcome Welcome to the ACC freshman move there from Olivia Miles.
And she's top 10 in the ACC in steals as well in that category. So, like I said, she's just an all-around player. She can score it, she can distribute it, and she can defend.
Bianca Jackson with an important basket for Georgia Tech. Their second three of the night in 14 tries. Westbeld for three. Why not? Hit multiple threes on Sunday at Pittsburgh for the 6th time this season. It's her first three of the night this evening. More defense perhaps leading to offense. Miles like a blur to the bucket.
I mean, what do you do with that? It seemed like Jackson was right with her, and then Miles just puts on another gear.
Morgan going baseline, kicks it to the corner, right off Jackson's hands. Westbeld flips it inside. Somehow it gets there.
And Prosper had good positioning, but she threaded a needle. I don't even know how she got that between Swartz and Hermosa. And then Prosper's able to draw the foul, get the and one, but that was a great zip pass, or a little lob pass. It was just soft enough for Prosper to gather herself and catch it.
Fake countdown from the crowd. Not sure if that's why Cam Swartz shot it, but in good position for the rebound. Won Ananaz lays it in on the stick back.
And Won Ananaz is getting hyped up.
Entry fee knocked away. Notre Dame only turned it over twice in the first half. They've given it 4 times in this third quarter. Heck of a hustle play by Ananaz to maintain possession. Jackson's open. Rebound taken by Jenna Brown, but a whistle is going to bring it back. It's only the 12th total personal foul called on the two teams through 3 quarters. I'm not complaining at all, just passing along the information. Second team foul on Notre Dame. They get a third team foul on the third, and the foul leads to a Carter jumper.
Really improved from a season ago. She's become a better three-point shooter as well as a shooter from 2.
Final seconds of this third quarter. Westbeld, no. Transferred, tied up on the rebound as the buzzer sounds. And look, Notre Dame's got a 16-point lead, but for Georgia Tech, they were down 21 not too long ago. I know Tabitha Turner is the president of the USB fan club. Are you the vice president?
I might be. I might be with Tab. I'm a fan. I've seen her play on several occasions, and she's impressive.
Great block by Hermosa inside, and Georgia Tech has scored the last 5 points in this game, and they're going to have a chance to strike first in the fourth.
But it's still a lot of time in this fourth quarter. They have to have a better showing than they did in the third.
Cam Swartz, tough shot, goes for the Jackets. All of a sudden, it's a 14-point game.
That's crazy. That's probably the toughest shot she's had all game long, and she makes that one.
You're right. It's hard to understand. Irish to answer, and it's Prosper from beyond the arc. 6 points tonight for Prosper. Up and under Carter. Nice move.
And Carter can be impressive, too.
Especially in late game situations. It's something I've never understood. A clock error, you have it in the game, and
right.
No, now you got to inbound it. But inbounding is a different thing than having the ball in the flow of the play.
Should be like 21 check ball up top.
Right, you should. Westbeld's going to get free throws here. But if she doesn't get it tonight, it's a good chance she'll get to 1,000 on Sunday at Louisville. And if not, then
ACC tournament.
Definitely in Greensboro next week. Began the night 21 points away. Maddie, after that free throw, is now 13 points away. Make it 12. Well,
bad pass by Jackson. But you can't have those turnovers in the fourth. They are so costly.
Nell Fortner, 8 and 11 against ranked opponents as the coach at Georgia Tech. Fans did not like the call.
Neither did Coach Ivey.
Tierra Cruz will consult with Mark Resch, and now it's Irish basketball.
They just had to have a little conference, but that was the right call. It went out of bounds on Hermosa, like she's had in the past.
Tough shot for Westbeld was short, and another foul against Georgia Tech.
The refs are calling it really tight on this end.
2 on Hermosa for the game. 14 fouls in the quarter. Westfeld now with 11 points tonight and 990 for her career.
I don't even see how Tony Morgan made that pass.
Jackson beats the buzzer.
Georgia Tech's able to get it to Jackson, who's able to knock down the 3 at the buzzer.
Watson doubled on the block. Pass comes right back to her. So she'll says, just take the 2.
Let me just score it myself and see what I can do.
Midway through the 4th, Notre Dame still comfortably up by 18. And another bad pass. Georgia Tech coming undone a little bit here.
They are just making passes to players who aren't even open. They're tough to beat.
Didn't take a lot of time to think about it when she's got the ball at the line. She just throws it in.
She did. She does.
12 and 7 and 4 for Olivia Miles. Tony Morgan. I think she's got a spot on the ACC All-Freshman team.
Naming the award after her. She's one of the rare freshmen that was able to get ACC Rookie of the Week 2 times.
Watson had a stranglehold on it. Notre Dame pulling away. Morgan is in fact the only freshman in the league that has multiple Freshman of the Week awards aside from Latson. They're only, Fallon, there are only 2 senior nights in the league tonight, and they are here and in Chapel Hill.
Well, those are big time games, and you know the emotion is going to be high, especially for USC, and to get teammates back into the lineup.
Oh, that's cruel. Cam Swartz was dusted on the floor, and Sonia Citron pays it off with a swish.
She does, and I think she looked down for a second before she stepped back to release that 3. Sonia Citron, pretty quiet, but she's not when she's scoring the basketball. And it's looking like they're going to probably close this game out with around 3 minutes left. If they can continue to hold on.
Miles finds the ball again, and she'll get 2 more free throws. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in regulation.
Doesn't get the ball to fall, but Citron's right there. Swartz gets caught up, trips. Citron's like, let me step it back behind this 3-point line and swish.
Eyebrow-raising score, the bottom of the screen there. Tennessee by 5.
Held to the wire against Ole Miss on Sunday. That was a good battle, went into overtime.
Yeah. Super Bowl Sunday showdown against LSU didn't really live up to the hype, though.
It didn't. I was watching.
Gamecocks jumped in front 18-2 there. Swartz swatted mercilessly by Marshall. Oh my.
Not on senior night.
This was cruel part 2. Swartz, undeterred, knocks down the 3. And Notre Dame's playing Louisville also at noon on Sunday. So those 2 games will be going simultaneously on the final day of the regular season for a little drama as KK Bransford with a little cherry on the Sunday there for Notre Dame.
I mean, when you think about Duke's remaining schedule, having to play 2 teams within the triangle in UNC.
But trying to win an ACC championship, that's now out of reach.
Yeah, that's always a big matchup, and what Coach Banghart has been able to do in bringing that nucleus in.
Ebo to the line. Carter just picked up her 4th foul. Ebo trying to become the 6th different Notre Dame player in double figures. She's got 7 points now, so she needs something beyond this. Balance scoring. Miles with 13 leads the way. Watson does have the double-double with 12 and 10. Air ball from Swartz. Athletic save from Raven Boswell. Playing in her first game since December 21st, and yikes, Swartz.
Her body's been through a lot.
In the game too, and she had a heart issue that she overcame to keep playing college ball. Hard hit.
He knocks down the free throw. Limping a bit, but it just goes to Cameron Swartz's toughness. what she brings to this Georgia Tech team and how important of a leader she is for this team.
Timeout called as Evo secures the rebound. And here comes Sarah Cernugel, junior walk-on from Westmont, Illinois, making her 11th appearance of the season as Lauren Evo gets a curtain call here at Purcell Pavilion.
And that's great when you can have that happen for you on your senior day, to get that round of applause of what you mean to this program and what you brought to this team. Lauren Evo has been stellar since she transferred from Texas.
No good for a walk-on to have her moment. 30 seconds to go. Notre Dame going to win their 5th straight, heading into the Louisville finale on Sunday in the Derby City. And the Irish have it with the shot clock off. This is going to be Notre Dame's 13th win of the year by at least 20. The Irish improved to 23-4. And they've got a regular season ACC title in sight, heading into the final day of the season. Irish win it 76-53 over Georgia Tech. And the 10th ranked Fighting Irish. But better to watch a win. And the Irish were able to get it done tonight in convincing fashion after falling behind 8-0 in the opening minutes. Olivia Miles has slipped on the headset to join us here courtside. Miles, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists tonight. And thanks for joining us, first of all.
Thank you.
You guys fell behind 8-0 in the first 2.5 minutes. Coach called timeout. What was the message in that timeout?
It wasn't a pretty one. No, I'm just kidding. She was just motivating us. You know, we came out flat. We needed to start better, like we have needed to most of the times this season. So that's just something we got to clean up. You know, it's something we got to clean up. We can't, you know, afford it in the postseason.